Do you wish to do business with Germany? Then this video is for you. And I highly recommend that you watch the whole video if you like to avoid the mistakes I see over and over again by American companies entering the German market. I worked in management in top agencies in the United States, in New York, in Switzerland, in Geneva, and in various locations in Germany. We work for blue chip clients and work very globally, so understand the differences between Germany and America very well, and also amongst all the other European countries. So if your team likes to enter the German market or expand into the German market, I like to share my personal tips with you today, because what works in New York does not work in Frankfurt. What I like to talk about today is the so-called famous German Mittelstand, the hidden champions, because in the moment we get a lot of requests about the Mittelstand. The Mittelstand is a very proud community and very successful. One of the most successful companies in robotics still come from Germany, and also in many other fields. But there is quite some things you want to know before getting in touch. So if you're lucky and you have a first meeting arranged with the CEO of a German company from the Mittelstand, then a first Zoom call is absolutely fine. But if you want to increase your chances to really close this deal, I highly recommend that you come to Germany and meet in person. And when meeting in person, there are also some things you want to consider to make sure everything works successfully and smoothly. So one thing is punctuality. To be punctual in Germany is so important. I can't stress this enough. Why? It shows respect. Because when you're not punctual in Germany, the other person thinks, obviously they don't have respect for me. Why else would they be late? So first thing, be punctual. And in the meeting, Germans, particularly the Mittelstand, they're very factual driven. So you want to give facts, you want to give figures, and you really give details why they should be interested in working with you. Americans are more on a big vision, more emotional, of course also with facts, but more on the big picture, which I highly admire, and I know also many CEOs admire. But with their own business, facts and figures are the things that win in the game. So that would be my second advice. And should the meeting really go smoothly and you decide to have a lunch together or a dinner, you may laugh about this, but it's so important. If you go out for lunch, make sure you have some cash with you, because there are still restaurants in Germany where you cannot pay with a card. And the German Mittelstand is often not in the major cities. They're rather abroad in smaller places, and so you may go to more smaller locations. So yes, sorry, that is still the way it is. Keep some cash with you. Yeah, these are some major differences, and I almost forgot. I remember one big software company, which is actually globally active with a big subsidiary in America, in Asia. But I remember 5 people from the United Kingdom in America coming over, meeting with the CEO, and he was asking, "So who of you speaks German?" And they looked at each other. Nobody could speak German, so he sent them back home. Can happen, doesn't have to happen, because most business people in Germany speak English very well and understand English very well. But I think this was a question of respect again. So just make sure you have maybe one person that understands and can speak German really well. Yeah, and if you consider these little tips, which are so important to make and you close the deal, I think you're on the right track. There are, of course, many other things in terms of marketing, in terms of PR and social media, where we personally consult. Because if you want to be successful once you won your client, there are such little minor things you should consider when developing the campaign. Like I said, if you have a product in Germany, you will always want to argue with benefit, with RSP, and what's in it for me, for the one who buys the product, particularly in B2B. I know America is much more on the vision big picture, but that is a major difference. But more about this in a separate video. We wanted to talk about with you today the first step and to close your deal. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Get in touch with us anytime. Send us a mail, and we would much appreciate also follow us on YouTube and on LinkedIn to not miss any information.